What up, 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 what up? What's good, people? What is up? What is up? They went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. My,
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow right here all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these pants on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Or you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Ooh, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to stop. I thought Lil Murder was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ram right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Uncle Cliff, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. What he had on looked like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yana Van Zap's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. Like, you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. And Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. Hit me up in my DMs. I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Well, hello. Y'all give me a second. I don't know if I'm having issues. My camera looks weird. Give me a second, y'all. Let me go out and come back in. Let me see if I got a video that I can play while I'm going out and coming back in, y'all. Cause I don't like how I look. Give me a second. Shout it out while I go out and come back in. All right. Do I look all right on y'all end? Just on my end, it looks real weird, the video. So I want to make sure if y'all say I'm fine, like it looks like I'm having internet issues and stuff. So I just want to know if y'all tell me I'm good on y'all end, but it looks like my camera is having some issues. some technical issues in terms of my frames per second. I just got an alert that says my camera might be having issues. I'm gonna do one more thing, y'all. Do one more thing. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Try one more thing. Okay. And let's change. Is that better? I don't know if that's better or not, but we're gonna do this, and hopefully that works. Who knows? Hopefully now that'll fix some issues. If not, we're gonna keep going on. Anyway, hello everybody, and welcome to Run Your Mouth. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me share this video out and all of that good stuff. I was about to do that, and then I noticed that my camera looked like it was having technical difficulties. But let me post this on the community wall. Let me put this in the members only chat. Go ahead and hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button. And we're gonna power through. We're gonna power through. Regardless, we're gonna make it do what it do. Okay. So let me post this down to the members only chat so the people cannot say that I did not tell them. Y'all all right today? I hope your Thursday has been going well. Mine has been busy like always. Nevertheless, we are here. We are friggin' here. Let me say hey to y'all, and we'll go from there. Hey, Tracy W., what's going on, my love? You are first in the building. We got Symmetry here. Hey, beautiful. Universal Goddess is here. What's going on, my love? Janae has found her face in the place, and we're so glad to see her. Quake is here. Hey, Quake. Miss Shorty B is in the building. Hey, Demetria. Terrence is here. What's going on, bruh? What is up? Universal Goddess. Hello, my Haitian princess. Hey, Tamara. How you doing? Ronald is here. Ronald, the people, I'm gonna leave you alone for now, Ronald. I'll have enough time to Demetria say, y'all stretch your hands toward her. Stretch your hands toward Demetria. Cause she need prayers. For she have to roll up in that school and snatch a hoe up and fuck their ass up. And if we have to go, we roll out at dawn. Because we don't play round by ours. We roll the fuck out at dawn. Don't be late for when we roll out. But when we roll out and we have to fuck bitches up, just know that it's going to be for all the right reasons, okay? Because we don't mind rolling out for ours. We will fuck bitches up. It ain't that far down to the Alabama for us. What's so funny, Terrence, is really B and Abby can tell you, I only wear a fraction of my hats on camera. I have well over like 300 hats. And so my hat game is people got a shoe game. I got a hat game. And my hat game is legendary, always has been. I only wear about a quarter of them. Probably not even that many. Not that large of a percentage, but I'm gonna say maybe a quarter of them. I got so many hats you never even see that I wear. But that's okay. Cham. Hey, Sharice, what's going on? What is going on? Hey, Chef Don, what's going on, young man? I hope you over there getting some rest. That's what I hope you're doing, getting some rest. I wonder if I take it down from high resolution on 720, and that may help out. You know what? I'm just gonna do. All right. We'll see what my camera does. Hey, crazy homebody girl. If I need to, I'll just turn the camera off. Y'all know what I look like. Hey, Marty 1003. What's going on? Right. Shout out to the members. Shout out to the members. You ain't getting no notification, DPG child. They don't be caring about me. They do not care. Hey, grown woman, don't try me, child. Look like Demetria about to be on her grown woman, don't try me. Okay. Hey, it's always sunny. How you doing today? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, green girl, what's up? Child. Child. Hey, Ravine. Hey, Therese, what's going on? My wonderful star. This one been in the collection for a while, and then underneath, under the visor, it has the comic strip underneath the visor. Uh-huh. Oh boy. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. All right. Um Hey Yana, what's going on? Child. Hey Precious Jewel, what's going on, my love? All right, y'all. It's time to get this party started. We're a little late. We're a couple minutes late. So let's go ahead and get this party started. It's time for us to do our Black Women's History moment of the day. Um, we got today, and I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm probably not gonna do a run your mouth tomorrow. I'm gonna be here tomorrow, but I probably won't do a run your mouth. But and then we have Monday, and then we'll be done after Monday. So Monday will be our last day doing our Black Women's History moments, as it is the last day of Black Women's History Month. But y'all seem to enjoy it. We'll play it by ear. We'll see. We'll see if we keep it going after this month. Shout out to Lazy Boy Snacks. Yeah, you need to go take a couple of Lazy Boy Snacks, Demetria, so as to calm yourself down. Okay, need you to go calm down. Go take you some Lazy Boy Snacks. You know, get your equilibrium right. Hey, Simera. So, in our Black Women's History moment for today, let's make Black Men's History Month. We'll have that during Pride Month. We'll do that during Pride Month. All right. So let's get this party started, y'all. Let's do it. Let's make it do what it do, and let's do some learning. So in today's Black Women's History Month, y'all know we like to do we like to make sure that we cover different genres, different verticals, different avocations, women from different segments of the population. And today we will learn the story of Madeline Anderson. Madeline, Madeline, is her first name. Anderson is her last name. Madeline Anderson is who we're doing. Pioneering filmmaker and television producer Madeline Anderson is often credited as being the first Black woman to produce and direct a televised documentary film, the first Black woman to produce and direct a syndicated TV series, the first Black employee at New York-based public television station WNET, and one of the first Black women to join the Film Editors Union. Anderson would go on to be the in-house producer and director for Sesame Street, the electric company, for the Children's Television Workshop, for Sesame Street and the electric company for the Children's Television Workshop. During the early 1970s, she also helped create what would become WHUT TV at Howard University, the country's first and only Black-owned public television station. um Her documentary, um Integration Report 1, released in 1960, chronicled the events leading up to the first attempt at a march on Washington D.C. I Am Somebody, a film released in 1970, tells the story of 400 African American women who, as hospital workers in Charleston, South Carolina, went on strike in 1969 to demand fair pay and unionization. Following the screening at this year's festival, at a recent festival, she joined Rhea Combs, and of the Earl W. and Amanda Stafford Center for African American Media, and they had an in-depth discussion of her life and her life's work, because many people just did not know who she was, and the fact that she was a pioneer in the filmmaking industry. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the story of Mrs. Madeline Anderson. All right. She is still with us. Um, she's actually 102 years old, but she's still with us. She is not going on. So that's the story. She was born in 1923, Madeline Anderson. So that's our Black Women's History moment for the day. Hopefully, hopefully you learned something. I love bringing these stories to you, and hopefully you learned something today. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary gender conforming members of our audience, I bring to you the late great Larry Myers to help us usher in our Sugar Spike segment.
Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spiker.
So long, well, I want to fight. Daddy gave, his only begotten son.
Major sugar spiker.
And who shall ever believe?
Major sugar spiker.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. Thank you, Larry. So today we start off yet again with Whiskey Now listen. Whiskey is not going away, okay? Whiskey, for those people who thought, oh, this would just be the 24, 48-hour news cycle, and we're going to go on to, other things. Whiskey is still here, and it ain't going nowhere. And I'm glad that they keeping their foot on their necks, on their proverbial necks. So you should know that there is now bipartisan support for this, for a, or I should say, demand for a Pentagon investigation. The Republican chair and the ranking Democrat on the Senate Armed Services Committee have written to the acting watchdog of the Department of Defense to demand an investigation into the scandal over how a senior American journalist was added to a Signal app group chat in which top government figures shared details of U.S. airstrikes in Yemen over the weekend. Addressing Stephen Stebbins, the acting inspector general at the Pentagon, the senator Roger Wicker of Mississippi, who's the committee chair, and the Democrat Senator Jack Reed of Rhode Island, the ranking member, they wrote in their letter quote, on the 11th of March 2025, Jeffrey Goldberg, the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, was reportedly included on a group chat on the commercially available communications application called Signal, which included members of the National Security Council. This chat was alleged to have included classified information pertaining to sensitive military actions in Yemen. If true, this reporting raises questions as to the use of unclassified networks to discuss sensitive and classified information, as well as the sharing of such information with those who do not have proper clearance and need to know. End of quote. The senators went on to make a list of demands, including an assessment of facts and circumstances and of quote any remedial actions taken as a result, end of quote. They also are demanding a summary of Pentagon policies regarding such breaches of policies and processes, an assessment of whether other departments have different policies on the subject, an assessment of whether classified information was leaked through the Signal chat, and quote any recommendations to address potential issues identified, end of quote. The senators also said they will schedule a briefing with the Inspector General Stephen Stebbins. Listen, military personnel and veterans across the country are livid and are losing their minds because they said if they did a fraction of any of this, they said they will be under the military prison, not in a military prison, but under the military prison, court-martialed and all. They did Terrence, but they have a new acting one. That's who this Stephen Stebbins person is. He's acting inspector general down to the DOD. Hey, lovely 31 Blueprint. Listen, they are losing their minds, military personnel, because they're like, how can we follow a man who so blatantly puts the lives of military personnel in danger and so flippantly breaks national security? But this is what happens when you have a Fox News host as your Secretary of Defense. Here we are. Now, your sitting Attorney General said, don't worry about what we got going over here. It's highly unlikely there'll be any charges, any criminal investigation into this, any charges. Don't look for her to have any investigations in it. She got all that smoke for our girl Jasmine Crockett. All the smoke in the world for Jasmine Crockett. None for members of this administration that willfully violate or I should say infringe on national intelligence. No smoke for them. In willful violation of laws, practices, standing rules, or any of the such. No smoke for them, but all of the smoke for our girl Jasmine Crockett. I'm just saying. Terrence said if he leaked anything that he works on now, he would get disappeared real fast. See what I'm saying? Everybody know this is some bullshit, but listen, these people still have a job, V. Carter. V. Carter, these people still got a job and ain't in jeopardy of losing their jobs. Not at all. Not at all. Are not in jeopardy at all of any sanctions, any punishments, any repercussions, anything. I'm waiting. Hey, they had Tulsi Gabbard, they had Cash Patel, they had Mike Waltz and them testifying before Congress. I noticed you ain't see none of the secretaries. You didn't see the Secretary of Treasurer. You didn't Treasury, I should say. You didn't see the Secretary of State. You didn't see the Defense Secretary. All of them was in that group chat. None of their asses came up and testified before Congress because they don't give a damn. And they know there's no repercussions. The president has already come out and said there's going to be nothing that happens to these people because they were calling for Mike Waltz, the director of the CIA. No, I'm sorry. Mike Waltz is the Radcliffe is the director of the CIA. Mike Waltz is the NSA, National Security Advisor. People will look for Mike Waltz to get fired. President said, yeah, that's not going to happen. Get over yourselves. I mean, but what do we expect from the man who had top level, the highest level of government secret documents and things that involve a national security just littered all across the basement down to the damn Mar-a-Lago, showing anybody who rolled up in there all of our governmental secrets. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Just a mess. Just a damn mess. Hey, Montrez, what's good, bruh? And where you been? And why you late to class? Child. Child. You know that's why they calling it Whiskeyleaks, because you know he loves him a glass of whiskey. Listen. For most of us to log into our work laptops, do you know how many VPNs and secure networks that we got to sign up for and all kinds of shit just to get on our work laptops? Girl, God forbid you work in anywhere dealing with healthcare with HIPAA laws and everything. I guess. But these people are out here just flippantly letting government secrets get on out. They over on Signal, putting it all out there. These people are political gutter snipes right up out the hood. They're political gutter snipes. That's what they are. They are political gutter snipes. Just a damn mess. Just a damn mess. Right. They got to log you out so you can log back in. You got to go through the stupid little authentication shit where you got to put the 6-digit code. And if you don't put it in enough time, the code changes and all kinds of shit. And then if you put it in enough time, but then you don't click the next button in enough time, you got to start the shit all over with. And that's for damn near every application we got. Mind you, we using 15 applications. You got to go through a fucking authentication for all 15 of them fuckers to make sure it's you. Verify where you at. Verify which IP address. Girl, we got to go through all this for our regular job. And you all could just put government, information out there. Sensitive, intelligent information just all over just the Signal app. Mind you, you communicated with people in countries known to hack into every cell phone that comes into their airspace. That's why intelligence community says they know Russia and China were fully aware of everything in their chats. And like I said, we only know about this chat. What about the other chats that Jeff Goldberg was not privy to? What about the other chats that they're having where they're communicating probably with sensitive government information? I'm just saying. I guess. Well, in more news related to Whiskygate, that's Mike Waltz. Now, Mike Waltz is the national security advisor, And Mike Waltz is the one who added Jeff Goldberg. Well, apparently, he has another security breach that he's involved with. So Mike Waltz, who I told you is the National Security Advisor, the NSA, is at the center of another firestorm outside of Whiskeyleaks, right? So apparently, he left his Venmo account open to the public. Now, the oversight represents a further, according to security experts, this oversight represents a further security breach. Days after the news that he added the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic to a signal chat in which operational planning for a U.S. attack on the Houthis in Yemen was shared, his Venmo account, or a Venmo account with his name, Mike Waltz, and had a picture of him attached to it, was visible to the public up until yesterday afternoon. So our national security advisor's Venmo account was open to the public up until yesterday afternoon. His 328 list of friends included accounts that appeared to belong to Walker Barrett, who is a National Security Council staffer, Susie Wiles, who's the White House Chief of Staff, whose account was also public. All of these are the types of people that he has listed as his friends on his Venmo account, which is open. Now, I probably don't have to connect the dots as to why the National Security Advisor should not have an open Venmo account where you can go anytime you have any accounts like this open. That's easy access for hackers to go in and get all your information for all your apps, documents, and everything you have. Mind you, the sitting chief of staff, the White House chief of staff, she was listed as his friend, and she also had an open Venmo account. A sitting member, a sitting staffer for the National Security Council, Walker Barrett, is also listed on his friends list with an open Venmo account. This shit is out of order. Now, Susie Wiles and Walker Barrett, you should know, were also a part of that signal chat. But he still have a job. I'm just saying. Now, the publication Wired reported that many of the accounts linked to Mike Waltz's page belong to, quote, local and national politicians and political operatives, end of quote. Dan Crenshaw, a Republican congressman from Texas, was among Waltz's friends list, as were journalists including Brett Baer and Brian Kilmeade from Fox News. After Wired approached the White House for comment, Waltz and Wiles' accounts went private. That was just yesterday. Last year, Wired reported that J.D. Vance, then the nominee for vice president, had left his Venmo account public. His friends list revealed a host of connections, including people behind Project 2025, the right-wing plan for government that Trump was forced to distance himself from during the campaign, but which appears to have greatly influenced the direction of his second term in office. These people don't have a fucking clue. These people do not have a fucking clue. And these are the people in charge with the most sensitive information and secrets that we have within the country. They're not going to be happy till we burn this shit to the ground. And for all of those people on the right all of those people over there, all of these senators, both Republican and Democrat, that confirmed these bastards, all of these people that did that, you're at fault. All of y'all who voted this bastard in the office, you're at fault. When this shit burns to the ground, I don't want to hear it. But let me get to these senators. Because if you watch these Senate confirmation hearings as intently as I did, there were several times where a senator, especially on the Democratic side, would say, well, I noticed that you didn't get a full background check from the FBI. You didn't get a full security clearance from the FBI, meaning there were several people confirmed who never got full FBI background checks. And a simple back, you can't even be a fucking staffer or an intern on fucking Capitol Hill without them checking every single thing that you have going on and making sure that everything is already accounted for and locked away. But you have people at the highest levels of national security that just flippantly have all of this shit just wide the fuck ass open. We're talking White House Chief of Staff, the National Security Advisor. This is the fuck shit that we're talking about. So what that means is signal chats is the tip of the iceberg. How many other things are they doing right now violating laws, putting our national security at risk, putting the lives of military servicemen at risk? This is the people who y'all have in power. This is the people who y'all have power. Hey, Tracy C. This is sad. These are the gutter snipes. These are the political gutter snipes that y'all have in positions of power. But y'all want to scream meritocracy, right? Y'all around here screaming meritocracy, right? And you got fuckers that can't seem to keep our secrets secret. This is what y'all got going on. Hey, Fran. But these people still have their jobs. No repercussions. They haven't even gone as far as to admit, you know what? That was a mistaken judgment. We'll correct that. None of it. No repercussions, no remorse, no anything. And you got people sitting on the Republican side of the aisle just acting as if it's a regular day at the down to Washington, D.C. I mean, I guess that's the case when you are the same people that call January 6th a regular day at the Capitol. When you call terrorism and the attempted overthrow of government and treason a regular day at the fucking Capitol, why do I think that you'll take issues of national security seriously? Shit is a fucking shit show. Hey, L Love. It's a fucking shit show. Let me move on before I spike the hell out. In more sugar spiky news. So we reported on Mahmoud Khalil, right? So we have another and there have been several instances since Mahmoud Khalil, but we have another legal immigrant, I should say, who's been detained. Let me read this to you. Lawyers for the U.S. government on Thursday argued in court in Boston that they had transferred a doctoral student at nearby Tufts University to immigration detention in Louisiana before a court had ordered that she not be removed from Massachusetts without prior notice. At a hearing on Thursday morning, that's today, in federal court, a lawyer for the student, a Turkish national, withdrew an emergency motion filed the previous day requesting the government produce her after she was shipped off to Louisiana. The motion and one from the government were sealed. Rumesa Öztürk was sent to detention in the South on Wednesday after being snatched off the street outside of her home on Tuesday. The court had ordered ICE not to move her out of Massachusetts Court District, but Justice Department lawyers on Thursday said she was transferred to Louisiana. Her transfer to Louisiana took place before the judge ordered her to be kept in Massachusetts. I don't believe any of that. At today's court hearing in Boston, District Judge Indira Talwani issued an order giving the government until Friday to answer why she was being detained, because there have been no charges filed. ICE said today that she was being held at a detention center in Basel, Louisiana, and had spoken to her lawyer. A senior DHS spokesperson also confirmed her detention and the termination of her student visa. Now, there is footage of her being taken into custody. The woman was just walking out of her house. It is the end of Ramadan, and there's fasting for Ramadan. So she was going to have they have a ceremony when they break their Ramadan fast, and they go and they eat foods that are traditional to the ceremony. And she was going to go do that with friends when just regular plainclothes people rolled up on her. And this is how people gonna get fucked up. They be rolling up on people with plain clothing, no uniforms, no badges, no nothing, just regular clothes, rolling up on people and stuff like that. You gonna roll up on the wrong person and get your ass shot. So they just rolled up on this lady in plain clothing, snatched her up, put her hands behind her back, handcuffed her, and threw her in the car. How do you know that this is truly a government agency? This is the kind of shit that we got going on. Like this is a third world country. Now, I've heard people on social media say, well, this ain't our problem. These are immigrants, let them go. They're not going to stop just with immigrants. I promise you, this is the shit that's going to happen to actual U.S. citizens. They're testing the waters now with immigrants. Please be clear. This is going down the road where anytime you have something nefarious to say about this government, or you speak adversely about the policies of this administration, where they're going to have plainclothes people roll up on you and snatch you up as a U.S. citizen. Now, here's the deal. Right now, how many of you all yourselves or people that you know have a lawyer right now on retainer, where if you get snatched up right now, your lawyer is at just a call? Some people do, but the vast majority of Americans do not have that. Where if you get snatched up by people in plain clothes, you got a lawyer that can be immediately called. And here's the deal. They're not even allowing the person to call the lawyer because they're being handcuffed, taken into custody, and having all of their stuff removed from them. Somebody close to them has to then end up calling the attorney and trying to find out where they are. And what ends up happening is they snatch these people up immediately, take all of their valuables and clothing and everything from them, and immediately ship them off. So all of this about they know exactly what they're doing. There are detention centers in every state in the country. Let's be clear. There are detention centers in every single state in the country. The reason that they're sending them to Louisiana is for a clear purpose. They're testing the waters to see if, even if a judge does say something, whether or not they can get a judge in Louisiana. Why do they want a judge in Louisiana, L. Teddy? I'm glad. Can one of my students tell the rest of the class why they keep taking people to Louisiana? Why it's important that the people that when they snatch people up, they're taking them to Louisiana? Can somebody please explain to the class? Pupils, can one of my pupils, explain to the class why they take these people to Louisiana? We've talked about this ad nauseum. Thank you. This is why y'all are some of the smartest pupils I have. They want to take these people to Louisiana because Louisiana is a part of the Fifth Circuit where democracy goes to die. Thank you, Janae. That's why. Because there's no reason for they did the same thing to Mahmoud Khalil. Mahmoud Khalil was way up in New Jersey, New York, New Jersey. I think he was in New York. And then they took him to an ICE facility in New Jersey and then shipped him over to Louisiana. We know the Fifth Circuit is where democracy goes to die. Now, people are not concerned right now because they were like, oh, well, these are people on student. Now, a person with a student visa is legally here. And if you're going to revoke their student visa, this is a student visa is a protected status. They have the same laws that apply to us as U.S. citizens apply to them. There must be due process. You can't just flippantly say, oh, we just revoked their status. Now, she's a doctoral student at Tufts University, and Tufts University said they had no knowledge of any of this. Tufts University came out and said, we didn't know about any of this. Nobody told us a damn thing. And they're suspecting that they snatched her up because she wrote an op-ed piece last fall in the student newspaper talking about why saying that the university was improper in their dealings with companies that supported Israel and in their dealings with the pro-Palestinian protests that were happening on campus. There's a that's true too, Simera. There's a couple states that have for-profit. They just opened another for-profit prison up in Michigan as well to detain ICE where ICE can use to detain people. And I think there's another one. Is it Iowa or Idaho? There's another for-profit prison, I think either in Idaho or Iowa, where they ICE is using that as a detention center. But mark my words, I'm going to remind you that I told you they're going to start doing this to U.S. citizens. And I'm going to tell you how this is going to play out. Y'all going to roll up on the wrong U.S. citizen and try this plainclothes shit. That person going to be strapped and using their Second Amendment right and blow one of you bitches off the earth. And then that person's going to end up dead. I'm telling you how this is going to go. We'll monitor the situation. In related news, Marco Rubio is now boasting of canceling more than 300 visas for pro-Palestinian protesters. He says that the U.S. State Department is undertaking a widespread visa review process, revoking hundreds of visas and placing hundreds more under scrutiny, targeting mostly foreign nationals engaged in pro-Palestine activism. And that's according to a statement from Marco Rubio. He confirmed the scale of the crackdown, announcing that he has canceled visas for more than 300 people he called, quote, lunatics, end of quote, connected to campus pro-Palestine protests in the U.S., with promises of action to continue daily. Asked by reporters during a visit to Guyana in South America to confirm reports of 300 visas stripped. He said, quote, maybe more than 300 at this point. We do it every day. Every time I find one of these lunatics. End of quote. That is the young lady Ramesa Ozturk. She is one of those 300. The young lady we just talked about, the doctoral student. He spoke specifically about her visa being revoked. He said, quote, we revoked her visa. Once you've lost your visa, you're no longer legally in the United States. If you come into the U.S. as a visitor and create a ruckus for us, we don't want it. We don't want it in our country. Go back and do it in your country. End of quote. But if you revoke a visa and don't tell anybody and don't give them even if you rightfully revoke someone's visa, shouldn't you let them know that their visa has been revoked and they have a certain amount of time to get out of the country? None of that is happening. No due process. But this is the man that got a 100-0 confirmation vote. I'm going to remind y'all, I'm never going to let Democratic senators forget. I'm never going to let them forget that, hey, Catherine Powell, hey, Uncle Jay, I am never going to keep my foot off Democratic senators' necks, that all of them bastards voted for this fucker. You telling bitches to go back to their country. Bitch, you take your ass back to your motherfucking country. Raggedy bitch. You and all them fuck bitch ass Cubans down there. Racist ass motherfuckers. Let me get one of my high chews, y'all. I'm about to spike out. Give me a high chew, y'all, before I spike the hell out. I'm almost out of high chews, y'all. Listen, the bag is almost finished, y'all. Look at this. It's almost none left in this bag. Just a couple left. It's like, support the snack fund before I spike the hell out, okay? Support the snack fund. I'm just saying, I'll never forget Democratic senators who voted to confirm this bastard. He was voted 100-0. I just want to remind you of that. I want to remind you. We ain't got there yet, Catherine Powell, but we will. Well, that young lady right there, that's Elise Stefanik, right? So she was tapped to be the ambassador to the United Nations. That's represented House Republican representative. Now Elise Stefanik is out of the great state of New York. I think Tracy C and all of the New York people voted for her. Tracy, did you vote for this hooker? Wait, I don't think, is she out of New York City? I know she's out of the state of New York. I can't remember if it's New York City or not. Nevertheless, she was Trump's pick for his nomination for ambassador to the United Nations. Well, notice I said she was. Now they done pulled her nomination because they said they can't afford to lose any more Republican representatives, especially from a state where there has to be a special election to fill that seat. And they know that the Republican Party is not too well received in a lot of parts of the country right now. And so if she has to vacate her seat and there has to be a special election, that's one less vote for the Republicans. And we know they have a 1-seat majority within the House. That's it. So Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here we are. I don't know. I don't like this woman at all. She ain't shit. She was one of the ones that I hope that got unseated this past fall and scraped by the hair of her chinny chin chin in her district. Oh, it's in upstate New York. Thank you, Green Girl. She escaped and won that election by the hairs of her chinny chin chin. Mm. We wish nothing but the worst for the Republican Party. I said chins wrong. Oh, not chin, but chins. I'm sorry. In more news, so they had a hearing today in the House to dismantle PBS and NPR. House Republican House Republicans are calling for the complete defunding and dismantling of the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. This would pull millions of dollars from NPR and PBS. House Republicans contend that American taxpayers should not be funding what they described as left-leaning content. Quote, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting is using taxpayer dollars to actively suppress the truth, suppress diverse viewpoints, and produce some of the most outlandish, ludicrous content. We believe that you all can hate us on your own dime, end of quote. And that's coming from your girl, y'all's girl, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. Y'all don't want no more Sesame Street, right? I need y'all to leave Bert and Ernie alone, okay? Bert and Ernie are LGBTQ plus heroes. These two Muppets have been carrying the banner for LGBTQ plus people since way back when Sesame Street started. This is the quintessential case of beautiful gay love. Live and let live. Let Bert and Ernie live their gay old lives and be the examples of tolerance and acceptance within our community. Children need to know that a man can love another man. Hey, Cams, leave our Bert and Ernie alone. Y'all already swooped in. Let's be clear now. If you don't know the real story of Sesame Street started off as a black show. It was a show intended for black children. There was when it started, there was an all black cast of Sesame Street. Started off by black producers, had a black cast, and all of that. And when it went to public broadcasting system, the people descended from the Caucasus Mountains snatched that up and made it more diverse. But originally, they saw it for what it was and how great black students, black children responded to it. They saw that it was a mechanism where black children were learning and being edified and doing all of the things that you want in early childhood development. And they said, nope. Oh, that you think that's just for y'all black people? Nope. Let's snatch that up and give it to the white people. That's what they did. And they do that with all of our stuff. Hey, Katrina, what's going on? Hey, Pinky Tiki. I'm just telling you what it was. But leave Bert and Ernie out of it. I'm just telling you what it was. A lot of people, many people do not know that Sesame Street was ours. The people descended from the Caucasus Mountains snatched it up because we always make great things, and our black boys and girls were learning, being edified. Were so brilliant and smart. And like normal, anytime we have something good, we can't keep nothing for ourselves. They just got to snatch whatever we got up. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you where we are. I don't know if they made Bert and Ernie gay, Katrina. That I don't know that story. I just love the fact that they, were unapologetic in their in who they were. Shout out to Bert and Ernie. Anyway, but this is happening. So they're going as far as to defunding PBS and NPR. Because they don't want any. It is stuff like this that you have to pay attention to that is not going to make front page news. And stuff like this are the tenets of authoritarianism. When you get rid of culture, when you get rid of books, when you get rid of music, when you get rid of the press, when you get rid of television broadcasts that you deem are adversarial or opposing to your viewpoint, those are the tenets of authoritarianism. This is nothing more than an emulation of what we recently had over in Turkey, what you had in Germany back in the 30s. This is all this is. That's exactly what this is. And this is happening in real time, and they're not trying to let you know about it, which is why you're not going to hear this kind of stuff on mainstream television. You're not going to do that. Why would we have a problem with children having shows that not only teach them things like their ABCs, their numbers, teach them how to count, teach them how to read, but also teach them tolerance, also teach them to be accepting and tolerant of their neighbors, be accepting and tolerant of people different from them. Why would we have a problem with that? And for these people to be the bastions of parents right, parents right, parents right, parents right, why is it not the right of the parents to say that we want our Sesame Street? And why? I'm just saying. But here we are. You say Bert does drag on the weekends, child. Now he over there singing, I'm every woman. It's all in me. Come on now. I ain't bragging. Just ask me, ooh, shall be done. You're mighty to compare. I've got it. Come on now. Yeah, got it, yeah. Come on now. Come on, Bert. You better drag out, Bert. Bert, you better drag out. This is happening. Listen, I told y'all I would be over here to give y'all stuff that they're not going to give you and stuff that is critical to us. Shows like Sesame Street, many of us grew up with things like Sesame Street, Reading Rainbow, and other, shows that really helped early childhood development, and they just don't want any parts of that. Listen, we have to protect our black politicians that's out here doing the Lord's work. Now that's our boy Justin Pearson, who said, "I'm not here for this fuck shit. I'm tired." I told y'all we were getting to the point where somebody's gonna get fucked up, and we almost had that in a hearing. Now let me give you the background information. They were in a committee meeting in the Tennessee legislature about a bill that Representative Pearson presented to quell gun violence. And for you who may not know, he just lost his blood brother this past December, who took his own life with a gun. And so the bill is designed to put more safeguards in place in terms of permits for having in order for people to have guns, and more restrictions and safeguards for that. So in the debate to that, I have the video. This is what happened. So I'm going to show the video. Here you go.
Buried my brother. I planned for his entire funeral. My fiance made his obituary. I made sure that he was taken care of, even in death. That's what I've been doing.
So when I understand where you're at and what you're doing and why, but at the end of the day, we've been here working. Mm-hmm. We've been on the House floor voting on bills. We've taken the tough questions. We've taken the tough votes. Yeah. And we're doing so. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it's fair for you to come here and lecture this committee on hard work when we've been up here doing the hard work.
And thank you, Chair Farmer, for your comments. They incense me. They make me very, very angry. Very angry. Not just because of the lack of regard, but the disrespect and the same denigrating tone that you used on the State House floor when the vote to expel me happened. It's disrespectful, it's unbecoming, and it's beneath the standard of a person who's supposed to represent in the Tennessee House of Representatives. It is a pathetic excuse for you to not answer the question of why we are doing nothing about the gun violence epidemic than to personally attack me. But let me explain to you what I have been doing, Representative, since you asked. My brother, Temperance Darnell Pearson, one of the loves of my life, passed away from gun suicide on December 1st of 2024. And since that happened, it shattered my family like gun violence has shattered so many families. Shattered my nephew's lives, my mother, my father, my other brothers who are remaining. I buried my brother. I planned for his entire funeral. My fiance made his obituary. I made sure that he was taken care of, even in death. That's what I've been doing. But also, not just that, I went to all of my nephew's schools. I met with their principals and their teachers to ensure that they are okay. I gave them and made sure that they had grief counseling and that they're seeing a psychiatrist. That's what I've been doing. And while you're talking about hard work, you need to realize that our job is not just in this state house with these marble floors. Our jobs are on the streets and in the communities that we serve. And so while you've been here passing bills that have been hurting transgender children, while you've been here passing bills that have been hurting the poor, hurting the marginalized, hurting the disenfranchised, while you've been here passing bills that have not ended poverty, while you've been here passing bills that have not helped people who need Medicaid expansion, while you've been here doing the hard work of making sure that our state is not the state that it can be, because you have decided.
Representative Pearson.
Reality of our situation is only to be.
Representative Pearson.
While you've been here doing that, I've been in my community.
Representative Pearson.
Meeting with young people, going to school, registering
Representative Pearson.
Voters. That's what I've been doing. Hard work doesn't just happen with this legislation. It happens.
Representative Pearson.
And that was not disrespectful to you. That you resort to yelling. Basically, everything you just told me, you just did.
Now, I'm gonna tell you, I saw what, and after it started off showing you the altercation at first, and then it took you back to show you before the altercation started, and then when he said, "Thank you for your comments, Chairman Farmer," when he said, "I am incensed," this made me angry. immediately, because Justin Pearson is usually pretty put together, mild mannered. But when that young man said, I am incensed, this makes me angry, that thing turned immediately. And he was like, okay, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Because this man is still duly grieving the loss of his own brother, having to take care of his nephews and stuff like that. Now, and you can't listen. You picked the wrong, sir. You was about to get it. You was about to get 2 to the head, 3 to the body. 2 to the head, 3 to the body. And I ain't even mad at Justin Pearson. Justin Pearson, the Justin brothers are my boys. Justin Pearson, Justin Jones, both out of Tennessee. I think Justin Pearson is in Memphis and Justin Jones is in Nashville. Somebody will correct me on that. I don't remember. I know one is out of Nashville, represents Nashville. One represents Memphis. I can't remember which one is which, but I believe Pearson represents Memphis and Justin Jones represents Nashville. But you could see he tried to keep it together, but he said, I am incensed. And he took that pause and he said, this makes me angry. And you knew at that point, yeah, you about to get it, bruh. You about to get it. I'm glad his fellow colleagues went up there and grabbed him, because he probably would have hurt that man. He probably would have hurt that man. I'm just telling you what I know. I'm just saying. He probably would have hurt that young man. You see, they tried to turn off the mic on him. He didn't give a damn about that mic. Fuck you and your mic. I can talk over this goddamn mic. I was here for it. I was here for all parts of it, Justin. Sometimes a bitch you need to let a bitch know that enough is enough. Enough is a goddamn enough. That man is still over here dealing with the and you see how he's just sitting there. He's just sitting down there like, oh, I don't have a care in the world. I'm not worried. Sir, you almost got your ass fucked up. I just wanted to let y'all hear, because you may see the video of the altercation without some of the background or some of the lead up to it. So I wanted to be able to give you that information. Shout out to Justin Pearson. Oh, here's another story that you're not going to hear on a lot of mainstream media that's going to go under the cloak of darkness while they're talking Whiskygate, Whiskeyleaks. But this can affect everybody here. Well, the Senate voted 52 to 48 today to overturn a Consumer Financial Protection Bureau rule capping the overdraft fees that banks can charge. The resolution under the Congressional Review Act now heads to the House, where the Financial Services Committee approved a companion bill on a 30 to 19 vote earlier this month. Congressional Review Acts both invalidate regulations and preclude future administrations from introducing substantially similar proposals. That's what a CRA is. So that means that you can't, it would invalidate the rules that's on the books right now. It would also invalidate or stop future presidential administrations or future Congresses from introducing bills that are similar to this bill in proposal. Now, for those people not familiar with this, what happened was the Biden administration finalized the overdraft rule, and this was part of its campaign against so-called junk fees back in December. This all happened back in December. And what happened was there would be a $5 cap on overdraft fees. So if you committed overdraft, there will be a $5 cap on the amount that your bank could charge you instead of the regular $35, $40, however much the bank charges for overdraft fees. So there was a $5, and banks bank on that. They love the fact that there's these overdraft fees, the $35 overdraft fee. Whereas you might have bought something for $6, now that costs you $35. And if you don't know that your overdraft, you might swipe your card 4 or 5 times, and now you got over $200 in overdraft fees. They bank on these types of things. So the Biden administration had put a cap on that and saying that you couldn't get charged more than $5. Well, for all of y'all people worried about economy, for all of y'all people voting and saying, well, economy is most important to me, the Congress that y'all just put in place just voted to go back up on your overdraft fees. So instead of them being $5 at a cap, now they're back to $35. I hope you like this. I hope that's what you voted for, right? I hope I hope you're okay with that. Now, because this was a congressional review act that overturned this, now future administrations cannot try to bring similar legislations on the books. Now, believe it or not, there was one, all of the Dems voted against this. There was one Republican. I'm very surprised at the Republican that voted against this. There was one Republican that voted against this, and that was Senator Josh Hawley out of Missouri. He was the lone Republican that voted against overturning the rule and said that the regulation will, quote, save the average American working class household something like $265 a year. I do not want to give big banks the ability to charge people outrageous sums of money. Under this, they can charge whatever their expenses are on an overdraft, and that's more than $5 per overdraft. They're allowed to charge that, but they're not allowed to charge anything more. End of quote. Here we are. Here we are. Well, you should also know that flight bookings between Canada and the US are down 70% amid the Trump tariff war. 70. But y'all worried about the economy. You think airlines aren't seeing, depleting profits if 70% of the flights to our neighbors to the north have been canceled? Or I should say they're down 70% in flights to our neighbors to the north. You think that doesn't affect the airline industry? But y'all were worried about the economy because y'all thought this man was going to help y'all with the economy. Let me move on. In some more sugar spiky news. Well, let me read this to you. A New Jersey police chief has come under fire after colleagues accused him of defecating on the station floor, attempting to drug co-workers by putting Viagra and Adderall in their coffee and sticking a hypodermic needle into an officer's penis. And that's according to a report. I just read the stories, y'all. I can't make this shit up. I just read the stories. You heard me right. He defecated on the floor. This is the police chief. He put Viagra and Adderall in the coffee and stuck a hypodermic needle into an officer's penis. I'm just telling you I'm just reading the story. This is how people get fucked up. I don't know what y'all want from me. I don't know what the fuck y'all want from me. I don't know what do y'all want me to do? I don't know what to do with that. I don't know. I do not know what y'all want me to do with this. I just report the stories. That's it. That's all. I just report the stories. NJ.com reported that Robert Farley, chief of North Bergen Police, repeatedly harassed his co-workers with a series of so-called pranks, while he is also accused of retaliating after a colleague who is a person of color that complained of racial harassment. 5 former and current North Bergen officers plan to sue the township over Farley's behavior, which allegedly also included the police chief shaving his body hair onto people's food and, quote, scraping fluids from his underwear onto people seated in the chief's office. End of quote. In an email to NJ.com, a North Bergen spokesperson called the claims, quote, false and outrageous, end of quote. The spokesperson also said, quote, the township of North Bergen has full confidence in Chief Robert Farley's leadership, end of quote. But Farley's accusers allege that the police chief, who took on the role in February of last year, instigated a reign of terror, which one officer said included retaliation after they cooperated with an internal affairs investigation over a hostile work environment and civil rights violations. In his notice to sue, Lieutenant Alex Guzman wrote, quote, Chief Farley has on several occasions, pulled his pants down and defecated on the floor in front of his entire office staff. He has also left feces on the bathroom floor, apparently with the intent of having someone unknowingly step on it. End of quote. Michael F. Darren worked as a special captain with administrative duties at the department. He wrote in his notice to sue that he and Chief Farley had been friends before the chief's behavior towards him changed in August of last year. Quote, Chief Farley chases me around the office after cornering me in the filing area with no further room to retreat. He sticks a hypodermic needle through my jeans into the tip of my penis. From this point on, the chief has created a hostile work environment. End of quote. You think? Sticking a needle into the tip of my penis is more than a hostile work environment. That'll get you fucked up. That will immediately get you fucked up. Like I have no words for that. That is how a bitch get fucked up. Dude, listen, I'm just gonna fuck you up. He stuck it through the person's jeans. He stuck the hypodermic needle through the man's jeans. That's how you get fucked up. Now, Michael Darren went on to say, quote, the chief would shave his body hair on people's property, their persons, and their food. He was also fond of scraping fluids from his underwear onto people seated in the chief's office. End of quote. Now, Michael Darren has a son who's also named Michael Darren. He's Michael F. Darren. His son is Michael A. Darren, and his son is a detective. Now, his son said he witnessed Chief Farley putting Viagra and Adderall into a coffee pot. He said Chief Farley stirred the pills until they dissolved and then waited for someone to drink the coffee. Officer Rashid Siam said Chief Farley and others retaliated against him after he participated in an internal investigation into civil rights violations. Officer Siam said some department members had referred to him as a quote camel jockey and terrorist, end of quote. Now, there were some photos. I don't have the photos, but NJ.com apparently published photos that seem to corroborate the officer's claims. In one photo, a man who the news outlet identified as Chief Farley is shirtless and appears to be shaving his arm over a colleague's desk. Another photo shows a toilet cubicle which appears to have been befouled. In a statement on the North Bergen Police website posted after he became chief in February 2024, Chief Farley, who reportedly earns more than $228,000 a year, said he was proud to lead the community. Now, here's my question. The town put out a communication by their town spokesperson saying that, quote, the township of North Bergen has full confidence in Chief Robert Farley's leadership, end of quote. Really? Sue the town as well. Sue everybody. Sue all them bastards. Oh, y'all have full confidence in his leadership? Great. Run me my coins. I'm just saying. This sounds like some Michael Scott type fuck shit. The difference is The Office is a fictional television show. This is real life. So you trying to get your ass fucked up. Let me move on. Rainbow Coalition compound, and this is still happening. In West Virginia, local city ordinances around discrimination for LGBTQ plus individuals may soon be scrapped, with over 20 cities in the state impacted. The West Virginia Senate passed a bill that would impact things such as housing. In West Virginia, the West Virginia Human Rights Act says that discriminating is unlawful for employment, but other cities in the state have passed ordinances around discrimination in other areas. The new Senate Bill 579 is seeking to make such ordinances, quote, void and unenforceable. This is happening. In our last sugar spiky news, the Kennedy Center has fired artistic director Mark Bamuthi Joseph, who you see pictured here. In addition to him, they have fired at least 5 members of their social impact team. Now, Mark Bamuthi Joseph is the artistic director there, and he serves on that social impact team. The team aimed to expand the art center's reach to diverse audiences and to commission new works by Black composers. The job terminations comes a week after President Trump took over the Kennedy Center, named himself chair, and fired most of the board of trustees. Here's the video that Mark made as he was cleaning his desk.
Well, I am sitting in my office at the Kennedy Center one last time. It's funny, I'm taking things down like this red, black, and green American flag and this extraordinary piece of artwork that my man Greg made that honors Stevie Wonder, and this poster from BAM, and the commemorative album that was organized by Swiss Beats. Basically, I'm taking down everything Black in my office, just as the new leadership of the Kennedy Center is doing its best to disavow much of the literal color that has made this place special.
Now, Mark Bamuthi Joseph is renowned in his work, which is why he was chosen as artistic director. This is happening in everywhere, all over, all government agencies. It doesn't matter. And see, people don't realize that even within the arts, there are agencies that surround the arts and other cultural things, music and art and all types of other things that are under government reach, and they're removing all of us from there. I'm not going to be surprised if and when they shut down the African American History Museum, the Smithsonian African American History Museum. I would not be surprised if that's not on the chopping block, or if they don't say something like it's going to be defunded or shut down permanently. I'm telling you how this goes. Please don't be surprised. As we leave the sugar spiky segment and delve deeper into the dossier, Diddy is in the news yet again. So there's someone claiming now that there's a photographer claiming that he took him into a trailer on the set of a commercial and essentially forced him to perform oral sex by putting the man's career in the balance. And that's at least according to a new lawsuit. This is a Hollywood photographer who in his in his lawsuit is claiming that he was sexually assaulted by Diddy while he was working on a high profile commercial. In the lawsuit, um Diddy invited the photographer to join him in a trailer and framed the meeting as an opportunity for career advancement. He claims Diddy's true intentions quickly became clear when they were alone in the trailer, with Diddy making sexual overtures and unzipping his pants. The photographer claims Diddy essentially told him, quote, if you suck right, I'll make your career take off. End of quote. He says the implication was clear that if he didn't give Diddy satisfactory oral sex, his career would go up in smoke. The photographer, who says he's a straight man, claims he complied and performed oral sex on Diddy under a coercive threat. And he says when Diddy climaxed, he was told to hold Diddy's semen in his mouth, quote, like a squirrel. End of quote. The photographer claims he didn't do as Diddy asked and was met with a threat if he didn't. Uh, the photographer claims he didn't do as Diddy asked and was met with a threat of physical violence. He says Diddy kicked him out of the trailer and he had to go back to work, quote, grappling not only with the trauma of the situation, but with the knowledge that he had Combs' semen on and inside of his body. End of quote. The photographer says he never heard from Diddy after the alleged incident, which he says happened in 2022 or 2023. And he says he suffered from immeasurable emotional and mental pain and trauma. The man say, hold it in your mouth like a squirrel. I don't know what you want from me. The man said, suck my meat and I can help your career. You obliged him. Apparently, you wanted help with your photography career, and so you obliged him. The man said, swallow it in your mouth like a squirrel, and you chose not to, and he kicked you out. If you already sucking the meat, you might as well go full scale. I don't know what y'all want from me. What do you want from me? I wasn't there. I'm not threatening people's careers if they don't slop my knob the right way. Okay? I'm not out here telling people to smoke my skin cigar so that they can better their career. I'm not out here doing that. Y'all go over there and Puff Daddy with that shit. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Let's move on. For those who, what do you want from me? I just read the stories. The man said, don't know what y'all want from me. The man told him to hold the semen in his mouth like a squirrel. What do y'all want from me? I just read the story. Okay. I'm just saying. If you are a fan of the pop the balloon little phenomenon situation, well, apparently, Netflix is officially bringing Pop the Balloon to the big stage. They're going to have a live weekly version premiering Thursday, April 10th at 8 p.m. That's in like another week and a half. That's 2 weeks from now. Yeah, that's 2 weeks from today. Are y'all gonna watch it? Are y'all here for it? I'm just saying. Now they said it's gonna be hosted by Yvonne Orji, that who we know from Insecure. She was Molly on Insecure. It's going to be called Pop the Balloon Live, and it will stream exclusively on Netflix and takes fans inside an unfiltered high-stakes dating experience where every connection is real time and every balloon pop could mean a goodbye. Now they're going to have some people from other reality shows. They're going to have somebody from The Challenge, Johnny Bananas from The Challenge, Chase Damore from Too Hot to Handle, Farrah Abraham from Teen Mom, Zaina Sese from The Ultimatum. So apparently they're going to have some, I guess, W-list celebrities on there. Are y'all watching? Are y'all watching? I'm just asking. Y'all not watching? Hey, Jay Parrish. Moving on. Marvin Sapp is in the news, going viral. Here's the video.
And they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. I actually think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife Melinda P. Sapp was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box of popcorn, get 1 soda, 2 straws. I wasn't cheap, that's swag. I was looking in her eyes, she's looking in mine. Can't do that no more. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you. Let's see. So put your 20 away, preachers. That 20 wasn't for you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on take your phone and stick it on the bucket. Shh. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. This ain't the time to talk. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle. We should be able to raise $40,000 tonight just from y'all giving. That's it.
Now hold on, hold on, now, Marvin. Now listen, Marvin, you my frat brother, so I can talk to you this way, Marvin. Marvin, what you not finna do is hold me the fuck hostage, and then try to shush me, and then make me pay $20. First of all, sir, if I was given my $20, I'm gonna be as loud as I want to. I thought the Bible verse said the Lord likes a cheerful giver. Isn't that a Bible verse, or do they just say that a lot? I don't know. But what you not gonna do is hold me hostage. Then tell me I got to pay $20 to get up out of this fucker, and then shush me and tell me to shut the fuck up. Why would I trust a pastor who doesn't have the intellectual wherewithal, who doesn't have the know-how enough to know that if my hairline is way back here on my head, that I shouldn't go to fuck bald? Why do I go to you to give me wise counsel, to be the rational thinker here? Y'all in here in this church with a man whose hairline is back here, way back here, that ain't thought enough to cut that bitch off, and that's the person. I mean, got it lined up way back here. Your tape line way back here. And that's the motherfucker y'all going to for advice. That's the person who y'all go for guidance and fuck. You can't even guide your barber the right way to tell him to cut that shit off. But you over here holding me hostage. $20 to get up out of this fucker. And then you gonna shush me. Who the fuck? Shushing me? Lord. I mean, every church I went to, we play music when we give an offering. They have the choir singing or somebody doing something. They playing all kinds of music and stuff. We do all. First of all, it's a lot of people who come to church and they had to press their way. That might have been all they had. They might have used their last $20 on gas money to get to this fucker. They coming there looking for a blessing. And you up here holding people out there. Close the door. Seal the door. Hold the door. Hold the door. Where's hold door where we need them? Hold door. Hold door. Shout out the hold door. Hold the door. Close the door. Like, girl, you is holding us hostage in here. Sir, you do realize this is a violation of my rights. I'm just saying. Come on, press down, shake it together, and run it over. Some people, they might have listened. They pressed their way just to get there, okay? They pressed their way just to get to this fucker. And now you over here talking about, oh, I need this $20 for you get. Even the people in the pulpit, some of the people in the pulpit be poor. They struggling just like the rest of us. Oh, you in the pulpit? Bitch, I don't get no $20 from y'all. You bitches to give me $100. And you ain't even just say the people that was ministered. Wasn't the choir up there too? Was you telling the choir members to give $100 too? Because it wasn't just the little minister. I thought I saw the choir up there in the pulpit too. So they got to give $100 too? Sir. Sir. You cannot hold people hostage. Okay? I'm just saying. What would Jesus? Jesus would not be telling people, oh, no, you got to give me this $20. I hate when people say, oh, in order for God to bless you, you got to give money. That's not how God works. When Jesus did miracles, Jesus did the miracle and said, go and sin no more. Jesus performed the miracle and said, your faith has made you heal. Jesus performed the miracle and let those people go and live their lives. He wasn't asking for $100 and said, and all of that shit. He wasn't asking for $20. He wasn't holding people hostage in the church, talking about you better give me these $20. I want to know what scriptural basis you have for this holding people hostage. I'm just saying, sir. Sir, You're out of order. Completely out of order. Completely out of order. Completely out of order. Never would have made it out this damn church is what we need to be saying. Never would have made it out this church without this $20. Is that your next song? Is that what the choir singing next Sunday? Never would have made it out this church without this $20. So what, you gonna have the ushers at the door telling people, yeah, if you ain't see them get in line and get this $20, yeah, don't let them out. I mean, what are we doing here? What if I'm going to the back to go use the bathroom? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people got to go use the bathroom, and you over here, close the door, close the door. Bitch, I got to use the bathroom. I wish the motherfucking usher would have. Bitch, I'm going to fuck you. Listen, I love the Lord. He heard my cry and pitied every groan. God know my heart. But if I got to go use the bathroom and this bastard in my way, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm just telling you what I know. Sow a seed of $20. So, listen, since we sow a seed, don't nobody go nowhere. Hall monitors. Hold the door, hall monitors. Hold the door. Don't let nobody out, hall monitors. Everybody sow this seed of $20. We ain't going over to really be chat until y'all give me this damn $20. Give me the damn $20 now. I'm not sending y'all over there to really be until y'all give me this motherfucking $20. I don't want to hear no more. Hall monitors, hold the door. Keep the people from leaving. Run me my $20. There's the Cash App link, a QR code right there. Run me my $20. We not leaving to go to really be until y'all run me my $20. Stop playing with a real G. Stop playing. Never would have made it out of here without the $20. Where is my $20? I don't hear the Cash App going off yet. Where is my $20? Like, how crazy do I sound? Girl. This is what y'all got going on. This is exactly what y'all got going on. Exactly what y'all got going on. Cha. Yeah. Let me hurry up so we can get out of here. Tell Really B she needs to have this on shit we did not ask for. So apparently, for those people who are into that type of thing, there's a company by the name of Frida. They're having a limited edition ice cream, a breast milk flavored ice cream. To mark the launch of its 2-in-1 manual breast pump, Frida announced a breast milk inspired ice cream that will be available in 9 months. But I just can't. Apparently, it's not an April Fool's joke. Brand reps confirmed this is a real product launch, not a marketing stunt. I'm not doing this with y'all. You know what? I just can't. I'm not doing this with y'all. Nope. I'm just gonna move on and act like I didn't even read that shit. Nope. I'm gonna act like I didn't even read that. We gonna move on. I put this up because y'all see that. Let me make this a little bigger. Apparently, that move right there that you see fine ass CeeDee Lamb doing. So apparently, the NFL has banned the nose wipe celebration, saying that it is apparently a violent gesture. They're saying the nose wipe gesture is a violent gesture. Y'all, I'm just gonna move on. I don't have nothing. I'm Whitney Houston at this point. I have nothing. Don't make me close one more door. I don't want to hurt anymore. I'm just saying. Erica Badu is in the news. She says she vandalized her own Tesla because she was trying to stay on trend. That's what she posted on her X account. I ain't mad at it. Stay in the fight. I'm just running through these real fast so I can get y'all over to really be. Coca-Cola has a huge recall of over 10,000 soda cans. They say that there are foreign objects in it and could cause foreign object contamination. Um, it- um, this is a class 2 recall, which means that the product, quote, may cause temporary or medically reversible adverse health consequences, end of quote. Moving on. I don't drink Coca-Cola. I don't even have time for UTI. In our last story of the day, that's YG. YG has opened up about his childhood sexual trauma, and he put it in his new song called 2004. The song lyrics say, quote, when I was young, I got raped by a bitch twice my age, picked me up from school, took me to hers and got laid. And since that day, I never looked at shit the same. My life is insane, like I'm from Baby Gang. How I'm supposed to change with all the fucked up shit I've seen. Fucked up, yeah, I know. Fucked up and some mo. I'm so used to fucking up, I got fucked up at the show. Fucked up, yeah, I know. How fucked up could it go? Nipsey left me like how Biggie left Hove. Those are the lyrics. Oh, there are more lyrics. The bitch took advantage of me. I ain't got no trust. The bitch took advantage of me. I ain't got no choice. At 14-year-olds, I got my dick sucked. At 14-year-olds, I got my dick sucked by a hoe that was 30 years old. And I never told. Was dating her niece when this happened. It was hard on my soul. Cause me and her auntie kept fucking for show. Then one day I felt like this was too much. I knew this wasn't regular as I grew up. She told me eat her ass after I threw up. Can't believe I had my face in her butt. These are the lyrics. I don't know what you want from me. I don't know. These are the lyrics. What do y'all want from me? I'm just reading the story. I don't know what y'all want from me. I have no idea what y'all want from me. No earthly idea of what you people want from me. I'm just reading the lyrics, okay? That's it. That's all. That's YG. You can go listen to the song. What's the name of the song? I don't know. The name of the song, oh, it's 2004. The name of the song is 2004. You're welcome to go over there and give him a listen. It might be listen. We hope that you got the help that you need, some therapy and stuff like that. We wish nothing but the best for you, and we hope that you got help for your trauma. That's it. That's all, sir. I don't know what else you want from me. Stay right there. Listen, that's all we got for today. That's the dossier for today. That's the whole dossier for today. Listen, y'all, as I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They're much obliged. They're much appreciated. I'm about to send y'all over to really be. But before I do, where is my $20? Hall monitors, close the damn door till I get my damn $20. Where's my $20? Just saying, we ain't going nowhere till I get my damn $20. Anyway, that's all I have for y'all. Until tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. Love y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We out. Stay right there. I'm going to send y'all over there to really be.